So I think the only hope is, can we simultaneously build machines that are more intelligent than us, but guarantee that they will always act in our best interests?
So throwing that question to you, can we build machines that are more intelligent than us that will also always act in our best interests? It sounds like a bit of a contradiction to some degree, because it's kind of like me saying, I've got a French bulldog called Pablo that's 9 years old. And it's like saying that he could be more intelligent than me, yet I still walk him and decide when he gets fed. I think if he was more intelligent than me, he would be walking me. I'd be on the leash.
That's the trick, right? Can we make AI systems whose only purpose is to further human interests? And I think the answer is yes. And this is actually what I've been working on. So I think one part of my career that I didn't mention is sort of having this epiphany while I was on sabbatical in Paris. So it was 2013 or so, just realizing that further progress in the capabilities of AI, if we succeeded in creating real superhuman intelligence, that it was potentially a catastrophe. And so I pretty much switched my focus to work on how do we make it so that it's guaranteed to be safe.
Are you somewhat troubled by everything that's going on at the moment with AI and how it's progressing? Because you strike me as someone that's somewhat troubled under the surface by the way things are moving forward and the speed in which they're moving forward.
That's an understatement. I'm appalled, actually, by the lack of attention to safety. I mean, imagine if someone's building a nuclear power station in your neighborhood, and you go along to the chief engineer and you say, okay, these nuclear things, I've heard that they can actually explode, right? There was this nuclear explosion that happened in Hiroshima. And so I'm a bit worried about this. What steps are you taking to make sure that we don't have a nuclear explosion in our backyard? And the chief engineer says, well, we thought about it. We don't really have an answer.
Yeah.
What would you say? I think you would use some expletives.
Well,
and you'd call your MP and say,
you'd protest.
Get these people out. I mean, what are they doing? You read out the list of, projected dates for AGI, but notice also that those people, I think I mentioned Dara Amade says a 25% chance of extinction. Elon Musk has a 30% chance of extinction. Sam Altman says basically that AGI is the biggest risk to human existence. So what are they doing? They are playing Russian roulette with every human being on Earth without our permission. They're coming into our houses, putting a gun to the head of our children, pulling the trigger and saying, well, possibly everyone will die. Oops. But possibly we'll get incredibly rich. That's what they're doing. Did they ask us? No. Why is the government allowing them to do this? Because they dangle $50 billion checks in front of the governments. So I think troubled under the surface is an understatement.
What would be an accurate statement?
Appalled. And I am devoting my life to trying to divert from this course of history into a different one.
Do you have any regrets about things you could have done in the past? Because you've been so influential on the subject of AI. You wrote the textbook that many of these people would have studied on the subject of AI more than 30 years ago. Do you when you're alone at night and you think about decisions you've made in this field because of your scope of influence, is there anything you regret?
Well, I do wish I had understood earlier what I understand now. We could have developed safe AI systems.